Rahman says, bring me Zubamendi or Bruno Guimaraes in January. Does this make you a little bit fearful, Pete, that you might lose Bruno, though, in January because of this?
Look, I mean, just go, yeah, bring him to me. Look, do I think Bruno's going to stay out his career at Newcastle? Nah, I even said it 2 years ago. I didn't expect Bruno to be at Newcastle United into his late 20s, early 30s. I didn't expect it. He's been there longer than I thought he would be. I genuinely thought he would go in the summer. But leaving in January, I don't see it. I genuinely don't see it. In the summer, more likely. In terms of our big main players at Newcastle United, I genuinely think that Bruno is the most likely to leave in the summer. And I actually think that's why we made him captain in the summer, is because when you know you got a player who's the captain, the club captain, it adds value to that player. And I think that'll be part of the conversation that would have been had in the summer. So I do think he will leave in the summer. And I do think if he leaves to a Premier League team, the only one he'll go to is Man City. And the reason being is because of his admiration, the joint admiration that they have for each other in Pep and Bruno, because they have that respect. They talk about each other openly, very, very positively. When they always make time, or Pep always makes time to go and embrace him every time they play each other, and they have a word every time. They've got that connection and understanding. So it does make sense. I just don't see it in January personally.
No. Listen, they're going to throw a lot of money. I think they're going to spend a hell of a lot of money this January, and money does talk. Their PSR levels with the income from player sales is amazing. However, listen, the other element, we're not going to go into it in detail today, but the results of the 130 charges, I think, will also play there are theories and fan rumors that the manager and the players know stuff and it doesn't look good and they're worried about the implications. Listen, and we'll see. Listen, if they end up being found guilty of it all, then maybe that makes a bit more sense than everybody just falling off randomly. But there's no proof of that as of right now. No. Jay here says, just wondering if the panel agrees on the evidence of 2024 as a whole. Palmer deserves at least one start over Foden at the Euros. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Obviously. Wait. Like,
I
don't think there's not even any debates between Palmer and Foden. There's no debates. Even Nobbins agrees that there's no debates between Palmer and Foden. Foden is a false 10. The guy is he's not it. Sorry.
I don't know what that means. Sorry. What's a false 10?
A false 10 means that you're basically trash. So.
Hang on.
Wow.
Last year, Foden was the best player in the Premier League. Like, he won the PFA.
And no, he was. But at the Euros, he was garbage.
The Euros garbage. Was trash, but it's unfair to say that. Looking back now, what Palmer's done this season, to say he should have started in that tournament.
Do you know what's funny as well? Have hope. What you do here is you damage your argument about Eden Hazard. You ruin doing what you're doing out of Foden can be used against you. I'll tell you how, because you would always say there was a time where you said he was better than Cristiano Ronaldo, and I suppose you still stand by that. We saw him leave and go somewhere else and become a really poor player for one reason or another. That doesn't undo what Hazard did for Chelsea when you said he was up here. What you're doing to Phil Foden is you're taking everything brilliant that's come before him, and because of a bad season that most players go through, including, by the way, your greatest ever player in your eyes, Eden Hazard, and you're undoing history with it. Always be careful with agendas, because those same agendas can be used against you and your players.
But do you know why that's wrong? Foden has never and will never reach the levels of Hazard. That's one thing.
Second, the logic is the same, regardless of the levels of player.
And also, he got an injury. No, when he went to Real Madrid, he had a major injury.
He had an injury the season where he only scored one goal for you guys.
Okay, look. Fair enough, but no. But look. This doesn't negate the fact that Palmer is better than Foden. Palmer is better than Foden, which is what the top said.
The reason I do it is simply because, listen, if you want to have that logic, but think it through, because that logic that you're using against Foden to undo what's happened in the past can be used against most players at most clubs forever. It's ill-advised, in my opinion. This here says, Alvarez joined expecting to start. Haaland was a deal with the devil type of signing, which it got them a treble, but backfired with Alvarez leaving.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Alvarez wouldn't. I'd be very curious as to how a second striker will solve our midfield issue. I'd be very interested to know what will Alvarez be doing to solve our midfield and defensive vulnerabilities.
Control the ball and can dribble. That tree from Norway can't
Alvarez
control the ball and
can
dribble.
control the ball. Did those words just reach my eardrums?
Erling-
Hello?
That tree trunk from Norway has
Has a
zero
better
ball
first
control and
touch
can't
than
dribble.
Julian Alvarez based on his career at
No,
Manchester
but let me
City.
educate you about
As
it,
someone who-
Nobbins. Let me
as someone
educate you about it.
Whoa. As someone who watched every single minute of Manchester City last season, there is
Doesn't
shit
matter.
all you can educate me with Ari, the first
So Nobbins,
touch of
are you
one
going to listen to me?
Julian
Let me
Alvarez,
educate you.
which was
So-
absolutely shite. And as a Chelsea fan,
Nobbins,
you should
let
know
me
that
educate
considering
you.
we played him in a double pivot alongside Rodri, and you're telling me that he's got a great first touch. What's
Let
going
me
on?
school you. Let me school you. So are you listening? Good.
You can't
Now
school
listen.
me on something that
So-
you have no knowledge of.
So Nobbins, are you listening? Good. So good, you're listening.
I'm not listening because you're talking shite.
So Nobbins, that's tree trunk from Norway. He's a great goal scorer, but he can't dribble. He's not good on the ball. Alvarez is
And yet
not
he's
as
still got
good
a
as
better
a
first
goal
touch
scorer.
and he's better on ball than Julian Alvarez.
So
again.
Nobbins, he's not as good a goal scorer, but he can dribble. He's better on the ball and
He's
has
not
better
better on
balance
the
on the ball.
ball.
So what
What's that
Alvarez
based
represents,
on? What's that
what
based
he
on?
represents
What's that based
is
on?
he's an alternative.
What's that based on?
Nobbins, he's an alternative
based
because
on?
right now you've got a tree trunk who's reliant
What's that
on a
based on?
geriatric KDB to give him.
Have hope. Have
The
hope. Answer the question. What's that based on?
Okay, what is what's based on?
Julian
First
Alvarez,
touch.
Julian Alvarez has got a far superior first touch to Erling Haaland.
No, he's as I said, he's 100%. From the games I have seen, from Argentina when he was in the Argentine League, and
From
even
the games
for
I have seen, how many games have you? So you haven't got enough. You haven't got enough knowledge.
all
of
the
who
games he
players
has played for
have in the
Argentina in
conversation.
Copa America and the World Cup, and even for Man City as well, and even in Atletico Madrid, from my viewpoint, he's better on the ball than Haaland.
Spurs, which led to us like conceding that a second goal at the Etihad. That was class. That was my favorite Alvarez first touch.
So no, but you defend allowing Alvarez to go and relying on a tree trunk to receive passes from Bernardo Silva and KDB.
Sorry,
Yes.
what was the question?
So you're happy to allow Alvarez to go and hoping that your tree trunk from Norway can receive passes from KDB and Bernardo Silva.
I mean, it worked when they won a treble.
And he
Yeah.
scored
Is it
48 goals
working
that
now?
season.
And four
Thomas,
in
is
a
it
row.
working now?
Is
Thomas,
he
is it
receiving
working
passes
Well-
from Bernardo and KDB now?
I'm
Is
sure.
he
Hasn't he
the
scored
early on the pitch?
hasn't he scored the most goals in the Premier League?
No,
Second
Salah.
behind Salah.
Haven't you won once in 12 games? Haven't you won once in 12 games?
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but he's
Do you-
got 13 goals in
How
16
many
games.
goals do you reckon we've
They're in the
conceded
pit.
in those 11 games?
Nobbins, Alvarez was a nice alternative that
How
you
many
allowed
goals
to
do you
go.
reckon we conceded in those 11 games?
Alvarez was a nice alternative.
How many goals do you reckon we conceded in those 11 games? Terry, I want an answer, please. Have hope. How many goals do you reckon we conceded in those 11 games?
Nobbins, you tell me. You
26,
tell
I think
me.
it is.
25. Right. So what is that? So Alvarez are going to solve that problem, is he? Conceding
No, but
goals
he'll
and
help
big
you score
chances at a
goals.
relegation rate, and you're talking to me about a second striker.
See, this is the thing as well. You
Great.
also said they have hope that Alvarez was a brilliant alternative, and I don't think any City fan would argue with that. But acting like signing Haaland has ruined the football club.
I never
No,
said that.
but that is what the super chat that we're debating said. That's a framing of the conversation. You can't change the framing of the super chat and then take it somewhere. That is what the conversation was. So you disagree with the super chat?
Oh, no. I thought the super chat said that that was a mistake to allow Alvarez to go.
He said signing Haaland was a deal with the devil that meant they won a treble.
Oh,
and
no.
So there we
No.
go.
I disagree. No, but I disagree.
Away.
Sorry.